some evangelicals, Protestant groups, claim that their churches have existed long before the Protestant Reformation of the 1500s. Quite often these groups claim that John Wyclif, around the year 1400, was part of their group, but that he had similar views to what they had. In particular, you have various Baptists and some Adventists and people like that claim John Wyclif as one of theirs. And actually, I've taken a look at John Wyclif, and he was a Catholic priest in England, and he had problems with the Catholic hierarchy. But this did not mean that he joined some other already existing church. No record of that, and no record that today's pastors of any church have ordinations that stretch back to John Wyclif or include John Wyclif. Now, some of these pastors had viewpoints that coincide with some of John Wyclif's viewpoints, but they couldn't claim to be part of the same organized group that had John Wyclif in them. John Wyclif was a separate entity. He wasn't part of one of these groups that we see today. And although he had problems with the Catholic hierarchy, he continued on with his, or tried to continue on with his role as a Catholic priest, and he stayed with it. He was just a rebellious Catholic priest. Also, one of his claims to fame was translating the Bible into English. I looked at that translation around the year 1390, right around then, and the translation isn't perfect and all that, and I don't know of any groups today that use his translation. I guess it was good for the time, but it was certainly not as good as today's translations. And also another interesting thing about the John Wyclif Bible, the Wyclif Old Testament, and the Old Testament as done by Wyclif included the so-called Apocrypha within it. So this should show that John Wyclif would not qualify as one of the evangelicals or Protestants or Baptists or something like that by today's standards. He was way too close to the Catholics, and so they would have to try again to find someone back in that time period who would be a member of these Protestant or evangelical churches. John Wyclif simply doesn't measure up. Good day.